That guy. You know, that guy that tries to be a cynic. You know, the kind of guy that tries to substitute his opinions with snarky comments and looks that are meant to shut you down. He tries to make sarcastic quips to embarrass you, never maliciously, only to make you smile at your own stupidity. But his eyes always give him away that vague baby blue sparkle that he likes you too much to actually be a dick to you. His snark is just a cover for his own awkwardness. You know, those guys that are hopeless in social situations, so they try to be that guy that they always admired in 80s romantic comedies, that guy that always has an asshole comment ready. But he's not really that guy. He's the kind of guy that tries to pass on his wisdom to you. He feels like it's his duty to be that guy because he spent his whole life trying to be that guy. The wise man who was supposed to lend you his set of eyes for a while. He tries to be that guy, but he doesn't really have the courage to. He's big on courage. He admires the hell out of it because he doesn't really think of himself as courageous, which is bullshit, but hey, the most courageous men don't really think much of themselves. So he attempts to pass on his wisdom to you, but instead he actually learns more from you than he could ever really teach you. You know, those guys who try to keep that wise air around them, but it disintegrates the second he sees you because how could he be wise when it comes to you? He is that kind of guy with that wonderful sense of humor. You know, that kind of humor that makes people grin out of pain. You know, that kind of humor that he's been trying to imitate from shows like Seinfeld his entire life. But it's a little out of date, but in his defense, the 90s are further away than we all really remember in all reality, but nonetheless, his humor is quite wonderful. It'll make you smile, and you will smile, because you want to give him that sense of satisfaction. He deserves it. When you laugh at his jokes, he feels like he can hang on for a little bit more. Hang on to the ringing sounds of your giggle that reverberate through the crinkles near his eyes. He's the kind of guy who'll secretly care about you. You know, that kind of guy who looks practical and not emotional on the outside, but on the inside, he notes every time you forget your makeup and how the exhaustion drips from your eyes. When you're crying, he'll sit there not really knowing what to do, so he'll stare at you blankly, while on the inside, he feels kind of helpless and weak. He really does care about you, but he just doesn't really know how to show it. If he could, he'd sit for hours, listening to the sounds of your world crumbling apart, offering his wise inputs. He's the kind of guy that I could fall in love with. You know, that guy who just by smiling at you, you know you can hang on for a little bit longer. That guy whose jokes reverberate through the smile and your eyes. That guy whose wise opinions would only keep your feet on the ground. That guy whose sarcasm would only encourage you to keep doing stupid things because you love his dry comments. That guy he would listen to for hours, whose sadness he would help remedy, whose sleepless nights he would lay with him, just giving him some company. You know, that guy that I will never have.
Good job.